Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of JK Cast, our freeform podcast hosted by Justin and Keely.
Hello.
It's good to have you all here.
Yeah.
Christmas is 2 days away.
Yeah. First of all, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Pretty good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Maybe a tad overwhelmed.
About what?
I mean, we're doing the channel, which is like super fun and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
We do have full-time jobs, but this does take up a lot of time. Not even like the recording stuff.
It's just like the editing.
It's
thumbnails,
the editing, making thumbnails, stuff like that.
Waiting for it to upload so you can write the description boxes.
Yeah, because it's like
I feel like the recording takes like no time.
Oh, the recording takes as much time. Basically almost as much time as you see in the video, depending on how well we're doing in the game.
Yeah.
Like we just got done doing a lot of Minecraft, and that was basically
what will be in the video.
Yeah. I mean, I also have to like edit it, and that's another thing is like, even if I just trim the edges of the video, put on our intro and outro. The problem is I still have to watch all of it.
Right.
Because I need to make sure that the audio sounds right. I need to make sure that's lining up with the video. And so I can't just like
nothing
skip
like
over
glitches
it.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you pretty much you spend the amount of time to re-watch the exact amount of time that you just played. And then you have to add on some time for like trimming it up,
doing stuff, Maybe I'll listen to the same 5-second section 10 times, and then continue on, and then you got to render it, and then you got to upload it to YouTube, which takes, depending on that's what sucks. The longer it is, and especially with editing, like it seems like, a 30-minute video, or like say a 15-minute video takes, 45 minutes to edit. But then a 30-minute video, it doesn't take an hour and a half. It takes even longer. Mm-hmm. And it keeps adding on. So that's kind of tough. But also being a little, it's the holiday season, like you said. Almost Christmas.
We're trying to get everything ready. Going holiday shopping for our families. And
it seems like this Christmas is there's a little more pressure on it.
Right. Just because the year has been so awful.
Yeah, you feel like you've got to really
overcompensate.
Not even overcompensate, just compensate. Just like you feel like it's on you to make everybody's year better with getting gifts and whatnot, and it's like way too difficult.
I feel like we always decorate stuff late. And so I went to the store like 2 weeks ago to get stuff for Christmas decorations. And the only ornaments I could find was one box of 9 ornaments, and they're like clear that you're supposed to like make yourself.
Oh, is that why they're clear?
Yeah, but I thought they looked really cute, and so I just put them on our pink tree without anything in them.
It's like a 3-foot pink tree.
Yeah, it's like a 3-foot pink tree. It's going to be in my makeup videos for the next week.
I didn't want people to think we just have like a 6.5-foot tall pink tree in our living room.
No. But yeah, that was literally the majority of the Christmas decorations I could find. I finally found one craft store out of like 6 chain craft stores in our little suburb of Dallas that had like maybe 10 Christmas decorations of like it's called a boho theme. So I just got all of them.
Yeah, we noticed that this year with just like holidays, like leading up to Thanksgiving. Oh, we wanted pumpkins.
We wanted pumpkins before Halloween.
And we couldn't find any. We couldn't
find any pumpkins for a week before Halloween, and there were none for the rest of the season the fall.
Yeah, not pumpkins for carving, just like small pumpkins.
Just small pumpkins.
Pumpkins because we wanted to paint them.
Yeah.
And then for Thanksgiving, we just wanted normal looking pumpkins. Not pumpkins I need to carve. They don't need to look particularly good.
From the week before Halloween through Thanksgiving, I saw no pumpkins in stores.
Yeah.
We had to drive like an hour to this farm in like Gunter, Texas.
Yeah.
To get pumpkins for Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah. I feel like everyone is going overboard for the holiday season, trying to have a good celebration, I guess. And just feel better about what a crappy year it's been.
Yeah, I definitely think that 100%. Sorry. I wanted to adjust my mic a little bit.
I mean, like, for Halloween, we had like 3 of my coworkers over. I'm an essential worker. I think I've talked about it before, but...
Yeah, you're still going into... I think
right.
so.
I go into the office every day, sometimes on weekends as well.
So these are people you already see.
There are 3 coworkers that I see every single day and spend my entire day working with. And so our approach to the pandemic has been, I mean, people need to, have contact with other people. It's kind of like the human experience, but we didn't want to expand our social circles outside like too much. So we are really trying to limit it to the people that we work with because we already see them every day. So we had them come over for Halloween, and since we didn't usually when we do like a party, we don't go that overboard with like decorations or anything, just because there's, you have to pay for like food and drinks and all that for all these people. Since there were like 4 people here, I made like this crazy balloon arch, and we like decorated the whole house for Halloween. It was so fun.
Right, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are doing that.
A lot more people. Yeah.
Just like going overboard on their celebrations,
yeah.
Because there's like almost nobody there. So you just...
Because the same things happened in Christmas where like it's not Christmas yet and we couldn't find decorations or anything. And we couldn't figure out if it was because more people are buying decorations and so they're all sold out.
Or if there's just because there's less.
Yeah. Still don't know.
But I noticed yesterday, and I meant to talk to you about it when I got home. I've been shopping for gifts for my sister. And I went to Ulta to get some stuff. Kara thought she was going to find out what she got there.
Oh, yeah. This is coming out before Christmas.
Yeah. I had to stop myself. So I went to Ulta to get a couple of things to try to expand her makeup love. And like everything's sold out. And again, I was like, is it because there was less of them? Or is it because everybody's buying everything out? Like the, like Morphe palettes, Juvia's Place, ColourPop. They were all sold out of all of their cute eyeshadow palettes. Every single one. I was just like, again... Are people just ransacking the gifts because they're trying to, overcompensate for this year? Or do we have less stock? Like, is importing becoming difficult from these places? I don't know.
You know what the answer probably is?
What?
It's probably both.
It's probably both.
Which is, I guess that's the way, what's it, this or this? And it's like, well, it's a mixture of both. Or like, I see that a lot was like, whatever, every time there's like an argument and there's like 2 sides to it, and it's always like, it's kind of both. Yeah, you see that a lot on like forums and stuff where people are asking for advice or if they like made the right decision, and it's like,
Or am I the asshole?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Both are assholes.
Yeah, I find when I'm on that subreddit, one, I just think it's like a lot of it's stupid because a lot of it's like virtue signaling in a way. They're like, oh, I know I'm not the asshole, but I'm going to tell you how good of a person I am.
Right.
Or this shitty thing that happened to me, and I want you to shit on this person with me, or something. But then sometimes there's either like it might be fake, but it's like really good, where it's actually like thought provoking.
Right.
And on those ones, I almost always agree with the controversial comments. The controversial as in, like, same amount of, like, likes and dislikes.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm like, oh, that's a voice of reason. Because, like, when I read it, I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. But then, like, you know.
Do you think you're biased because you saw that they have an equal amount of likes and dislikes? And that's the kind of opinion you want to agree with?
Well, I don't see that they have... To see the controversial comments, you can actually click sort by and click controversial.
So, like, you already know that they're controversial.
Right.
And if you want to like the controversial comments, then aren't you biased when you're reading them to like them?
I don't think so, because when I see the post and all the comments are default sorted by best, the most liked.
Okay.
And so I read those and I'm like, no, I disagree with these already.
Because they're the most liked. And in your head, you don't want to agree with them.
No, that's definitely not true. You're trying to fit the evidence to your theory instead of your theory to the evidence.
No, what I'm saying is real.
Yeah, but not in this case. Not for me in this particular instance.
But if in your head you want to agree with controversy.
No, why do you think that?
Because you said at the beginning.
I just said I find myself agreeing more with the controversial comments on these posts. Okay. But that's because the controversial comments are always like, how do I explain it? They're the voice of reason. They really, a lot of times, some of them are stupid, like the controversial comments, where like they don't abide by the rules or like whatever. But some of them are like the longer comments. They're like, okay, this is what's going on, and you know, I'm gonna say this, and this is why. And it's usually like there's like the difference, because on the subreddit you can go when someone posts something and says, "Am I the asshole?" That's the question, and they post like their story and like, "Am I the asshole in this scenario?"
Right.
And you can go, "Yes, you are."
Mm-hmm. You are asshole.
Which, if you say yes, you are, means the other person in the scenario is not.
Right.
Or you can say no, you're not,
mm-hmm.
which means the other person is the asshole.
You can say no assholes here.
You can say no assholes, I mean like no one's an asshole. This is just something that happened, you know, whatever. Or you can say everybody sucks. Both of you guys are assholes. And it's usually just 1 degree of difference between like the popular comments and the controversial comments. So if like all the popular comments are like not the asshole in this particular scenario,
mm-hmm.
The controversial are probably like everybody sucks here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, they're not the asshole, but like, you know, just because someone was an asshole to you doesn't mean you have unlimited power to be as petty as you want, be as whatever as you want, be as rude as you want. It's like you can still be the asshole even though someone else is the asshole in a situation. And that's what I find to agree more. It's a little more tame. You know, I really want to unfollow that subreddit or unsubscribe to that subreddit.
It just takes too much of your time. They're really long posts.
I usually decide whether or not I'm going to read the post based on the title.
Okay.
Which is like terrible, but like I'm like I want to be halfway out that subreddit just because it does feel like that 90% of them are made up stories of people wanting to be told that they're a good person, or the exact opposite, where they completely made up stories and the person is like very clearly the asshole.
Right.
And like they're just like, haha, I want to see if people get mad at me, and they're just like trolls or whatever. But then there's like some, they could be made up, they could not, but like some that are like, oh, like thought-provoking. I'm like,
right.
This is like, you know, a great thing on principles. Like, is this, you know, something that, you know, there's no laws or anything that surrounds this idea or scenario, but it's kind of bordering on social norms and whatnot.
It's like the shopping cart theory.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with the shopping cart theory, it's like a basic litmus test of whether or not you're a good citizen,
mm-hmm.
or if people can govern themselves.
Yeah, that's how it's either if you're a good person or if people are capable of governing themselves.
Right. So the question it poses is pretty much putting away your shopping cart in a parking lot. So
yeah, the cart corrals. Right,
to the cart corral. I think everybody can agree that it is the right thing to do to put your shopping cart away. But there's no laws or regulations or anything bad that'll happen to you if you don't put your shopping cart away. So all it comes down to is, can you, pretty much it's saying that with the exception of an emergency situation, if you can't put the shopping cart away, even though there's no punishment that'll happen to you if you don't, then you're not capable of governing yourself. You're not a good person.
Yeah, it's kind of like on like an individual level. Like if you're not putting it away, you're not a good person, because it's just like you didn't have any integrity to do the most simplest of tasks,
right?
Just to make it easier on the workers that have to get the cards.
And I'm gonna give this an exception and say those stores that don't have corrals in the parking lot and want you to walk like 300 yards to take it back inside the store.
300 yards?
Yeah, I was at a store the other day. It was like at a Hobby Lobby in Plano. And they didn't have any freaking shopping cart
Hobby
corrals.
Lobby, yeah, they have like the cart corral like right outside the door.
Right outside the door. And it was full because it's, before Christmas. I walked so far to take it back inside. And I totally understand if somebody's not going to do that, because that's bullshit. Hobby Lobby, get shopping cart corrals. Ridiculous.
No, well, I guess, yeah. But like, again, it's just like the same thing. There's no laws around it. No laws saying that they have to have cart corrals.
Right. Just Christian goodness.
Christian goodness. But yeah, it's like on an individual level, it's like, are you a good person by putting in the cart corral or not? Even though like, having some integrity and doing it the most mundane of tasks to make it easy on the workers, to make sure like no one's vehicle gets damaged or whatever. But then as a whole, like even if you are putting away your cart corrals, but then like, I would say like somewhere around, our local grocery store, I would say like almost 50%.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, it's Texas.
And I'm also including like leaving in the parking lot. But what I've noticed is like a lot of, they go in on the left side, they grab a cart, they go shopping, they check out, they come out on the right side. If you're like facing this, they come out on the right side. But then like sometimes if they don't have a lot of groceries, they'll take all their bags out
and just leave it on the right side in the middle of the walkway.
Just leave it in the lobby. And it's like, okay, I'm counting that, because I'm like, you can even push it. Like you're even closer to where the carts are stored than the cart corral. So you can even push it over there. Yeah. So even as like a whole, like no matter how much you put your cart away every single time, I've never left my cart out of the cart corral.
But a lot of times, like if we're at Home Depot or something, like we'll have to organize the cart corral.
Oh,
to fit ours in.
Like if there's a lot of different carts, like Home Depot's that way. It's like you've got the small ones, you've got the
and people will just like push them in on top of each other.
Yeah, flatbeds and stuff. Yeah.
Even though there's two like separate little lines, and so we'll have to like organize them to be able to put our cart away.
What I also don't like is when someone puts it in the cart corral, but they don't push the carts together.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, come on.
I kind of like it when they do that though, because then I get to go and push them all together. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And I've read about this a lot, and it's, like in Europe they have like where you put a quarter in to unlock it, and then you have to lock it back to take so you have to put the cart corral back to get your coin back. And I'm like, that's cool in theory. And why not?
Europe does that a lot, like where they make you do a small deposit on something to guarantee they'll get it back.
Yeah.
Like remember when we were at the Christmas markets?
Oh yeah.
So at all the Christmas markets that we went to in Europe, they have like this drink called Glühwein that is a spiced red wine, and it's a hot drink, very good. But they give it to you in mugs that are a special design for whatever Christmas market you're at.
Right. And
you have to give a deposit. I think it was usually like €4.
I think it was 2. I think we paid for it because.
Okay.
It might have been 4, but it was like even 2 is quite a lot.
They were cute cups.
Yeah.
So it was like a deposit, and you just kept the mug the whole night, and then when you were done, if you wanted your money back, you could return the mug and get your money back. But we just kept all of them and brought them home because they were so cute.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I found like in Europe, like, even like other stuff, like going to the bathroom. Got to pay some
like
coin.
30 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's so weird just coming from like America to all that.
Yeah. We're like, water's free. Isn't it crazy how people how we just have such a life of convenience that, like, we consider water to be free.
Free when you're paying for other things.
Right, but it's like you can go to any restaurant and, like, they're required by law to give you water.
Right, yeah.
If you need it.
Yeah. Whereas, like, you go to Europe, you have to pay for water.
No fucking way. They'd be like, they'd be like, our plumbing is terrible. We cannot give you free water.
Yeah, you will get bottled water.
Here you go. That will be €1.
Yeah. But with the whole water thing, when you first said it, I understood what you meant, but how it sounded was like you were talking about like tap water, and I was like, well, like, you know, we have to pay for tap water, like in our house and stuff, and like, you know, corporations are very because isn't it like Nestle?
Yeah, Nestle. Like one of the executives at Nestle literally said that water is not a human right.
Basic human right. Because what Nestle does is, and some other companies are like this, where they wherever their plant is, they're just using that town's tap water, and they're filling up bottles, and then they sell them, and that's what Nestle was doing. And they're like, you're charging people for the same tap water that you're having in this town.
Nestle's water sucks. I hate it. Tastes gross.
I'm really not drinking bottled water anyway.
Okay, well, I have very sensitive, I guess, taste buds.
Wait, what? You drink so much mineral water, though.
But Nestle's is, like, soft.
Okay.
It's bad. I don't like it. I'm very sensitive to different types of water. I'll say Kroger water is the best.
Kroger water,
in my opinion.
Yeah, because what Kroger water is just water that's really, really well filtered.
Really well filtered. Yeah. Also, it's like Starbucks water, pretty much. It's kind of what it tastes like.
If you're unaware, Starbucks has great water filters.
Triple filtration.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, Justin and I both used to work at Starbucks.
Yes.
So we have a lot of coffee facts. Maybe we'll do a coffee podcast one day. Just like one podcast. Coffee episode.
Maybe.
No?
Well, you said
you looked very upset the way I said that.
Because you said, like, as much as we know about coffee, we don't know that much about coffee.
Well, we'll just talk about, like, Starbucks, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
We can talk a lot about Starbucks.
We can talk about what Starbucks was. Yeah. But yeah. There's one thing that I wanted to talk about. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Our pink Christmas tree that you bought.
Oh my gosh, you hate the pink Christmas tree.
I hate it for one reason only. It's one of those ones that kind of looks frosted, and it doesn't look bad frosted, but the frost, whatever that they put on it, is nothing but glitter. I was vacuuming this room, and there was glitter everywhere.
There's still some on that table.
I know. I hate glitter because we're going to put this tree up.
Uh-huh.
And in April, I'm going to be vacuuming, and there's going to be glitter. Because it's just never going to go away. So
you're not going to vacuum for the next 4 months?
No, I will. I've already vacuumed this room, and there's glitter on the floor right now. I'm looking at it.
Justin just hates to have sparkles in his life.
What I hate about glitter, in the day and age, our environmental crisis, we can recycle all we want, but recycling does shit on the household level because most of our stuff's not even recycled. Mm-hmm. But glitter,
because people have to purchase the recycled materials.
Yeah, then if they look at it like, I don't want to recycle this one because it's dirty, they throw it away.
Yeah. If people don't buy it, they throw it away.
Yeah, it's terrible. But the glitter is plastic.
Okay.
It's microplastic already. We talk about like microplastic of like plastic that we use, like a water bottle, but then it wear and tear, gets processed and it gets ground up into small little plastic, and then it gets everywhere. They were doing research in the Mariana Trench, and they found a plastic bag that was just floating there. And they worry about microplastics in organisms and the fish we eat and stuff. And glitter is already microplastic. So I hate it for that reason. Also, it just gets everywhere.
Yeah.
It sticks to everything. Have you ever gotten glitter in your eye?
Yeah.
Like craft glitter, not like glitter from makeup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Suck.
it's really painful.
It's. I would say worst thing I've gotten in my eye. I haven't gotten that many things in my eye. As I was processing that thought, I was like,
I almost thought that I got some of the glitter from that tree in my eye, and I was freaking out.
Yeah. But, man, like, it must have been years ago. I was reading this article, and the New York Times had done an interview with, like, one of the people from, like, Glitter X or something.
Yeah.
They manufacture glitter, and they were talking about, like, one of their biggest, like, whatever industry buys like 60% of the world's glitter. And they wouldn't tell what that industry was.
We know, right?
Do we?
Okay, continue.
But there's a lot of speculation, and like I don't think there was ever like a concrete answer given. But like one of the most probable answers, one of it's like automotive industry putting glitter in paints and stuff, and one of them I was really surprising was the U.S. government.
Really? Why is that?
The U.S. government has in the past dropped like not plastic glitter but like metal, like
glitter bombs.
Yeah, basically, over enemy territory, hoping to land on electronics and short them out and destroy them and stuff. And, they also make, like, a lot of automotive, like, with, like, paints and stuff on whatever. And, when I'm talking about glitter, it's not just, like, the craft glitter you can, like, buy. It's, like, special made and whatever. But it was, like, really interesting, like, there's this big secret industry that's buying up all the glitter.
And it may or may not, and probably is, the U.S. government.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
It is. But, there's a big push to get glitter banned. A lot of countries are banning single-use plastics.
Right, yeah.
Which
isn't the worst.
Well, no, not at all. Especially when there's like alternatives, like biodegradable alternatives,
right?
That are more expensive to make, but if you stop all these industries from using these single-use plastics, I bet your ass they're going to pour money into researching these biodegradable alternatives
and
to make them cheaper,
just as affordable, right?
Right. Yeah. So we just need that little push from a ban, but would glitter be? Glitter seems like a single-use plastic.
I don't know. It shines again and again.
I guess, yeah.
It's not just once.
But you use it once, but I don't know if that's the actual definition of glitter, of a single-use plastic. I feel like you can use
glitter more than one time.
Right, like is it something is a single-use plastic something that is designed to be used one time? Like a shopping bag at a grocery store. That's designed to be used once. It's designed to get the groceries from the store to your wherever you're taking them.
And then you throw them away, and it's horrible.
I was at a local grocery store. I told you about this. Most grocery stores have that little bin in their lobby. That's like, put all your old grocery bags in here, and we recycle them. And we have hundreds of these plastic grocery bags in our house because we use them for like...
Yeah, we were talking about like taking them there because we usually use them to like reuse things, like take them bagged lunches to work or whatever.
Or just
anything really.
Yeah, really.
But we have, during the pandemic, for some reason, we have accumulated so many of these bags.
Yeah, so many.
And we were gonna take them to the grocery store, but you told me the other day that you saw the guy.
Yeah, I was the other day I was leaving, and I take a look to my left, and the custodian at the store is, just taking the grocery bags out of the bin, the recycle bin, and just putting them into the trash can on his cart.
It's horrible.
I don't know if he was taking them somewhere. He was just gonna put them in there to wheel them somewhere else, to put them in a bigger container. But
that visual
But it definitely
hard to get over.
But the stuff, the trash can he was putting him in was definitely the trash can he uses to like pick up other things around the store to put in. You know, on his cart. Yeah, just terrible.
It's sad.
Yeah, so I was like, dang, I
think the world's gonna die.
I know, and so like, I'm holding all these plastic bags, and I'm like, yeah, they're not getting out into the environment and killing wildlife or.
But like we're just holding.
Yeah, but we're just like holding them. I was like, okay.
We really need to do a better job at using our totes. We always forget them. I need to put some in my car. Yeah, we just need to get like. We only have enough for like one car right now, so we just need to get more, and then just both have a set in our cars.
About our totes, we have a lot of very small totes. Like totes smaller.
Well, we have those huge ones from Target.
You know, we do. We have those, but we have a lot of, you know, probably like a dozen totes that are like smaller than a normal size single use grocery store bag. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can't.
I don't know where they all came from.
I feel like when we go to different grocery stores and like you spend a certain amount of money, buy a certain product, they're doing something special, and they give you like a little tote. Or we get like little totes.
But it's not
from,
enough.
Like,
it's not big enough to like actually put groceries in.
Yeah, from our college or our business or like some random company like, gave it out at some event or whatever.
Yeah, some conference I went to or whatever.
Yeah, so we have all those, and then it's like the same problem. We're like, all right, cool. I'm just like acquiring these totes.
Yeah, we have like a box of them in our laundry room.
Yeah,
along with a bag of grocery bags. I feel like we're hoarders.
For bags specifically? Yeah, 100%. Because I was just thinking, I was like, all the bags like you get gifts in. We never
throw bags away.
Yeah, yeah, right?
We have a box of gift bags.
Yeah, we get a gift. It's in a bag. The bag was not damaged anyway. We keep the bag.
Oh, cool, nice bag. You put it in the box.
Because what we plan on... What we plan on doing is taking the bag.
Throw the gift away.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks for the bag.
Thanks for the bag.
I hoard these. Sorry, continue.
We plan on taking the bag and, you know, when we have a gift to give someone later, put it in that bag and give it to them. But we're always, you know, within our friends circle, family circle, we're always exchanging gifts with the same people, different times a year and whatnot. And I don't want to give them a bag they gave me.
Well, also sometimes the gift you got them doesn't fit in the bag that someone else gave you.
Right.
Or the bag that you have are like very specific for like a wedding or Christmas. And it's their birthday. And you're like, okay, well, let me go get a random bag. I think we do a good job of using the gift bags if they apply. But we, like half the time we have to buy a new one.
Or you're buying the gift last minute and you have to get a bag right there
on your way to the party.
So you're like,
I have wrapped so many gifts in the car.
Yeah, I'm like driving, just like
I'm sorry, friends and family.
Whatever, like that, like they haven't done the same.
Right, my mom taught me. Okay,
my mom taught me how to be a last minute gifter.
You go to Target, you get what was on their registry, you get a gift bag and tissue paper while you're there, and a card, and then while your husband drives you to the party, you wrap the gift.
Right.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh yeah. You know, what is so bad about getting a gift last minute?
Right. Like I feel so judged by all of these ads I'm getting from stores that I have memberships with, where they're like, don't wait till the last minute, or they're like, come get your last minute gifts. I'm like, why are you saying last minute? It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. Like, can you calm down?
Yeah.
There's so much time left.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. Like, if you're going to go the route of saying it's like, oh, well, I wasn't like a priority enough for you to, it's like, okay, well, like, I still got you a gift on time.
Right. Like, I get if it's like a late gift.
Yeah, if it was a late gift, I'd be like, okay, you get better timing. But like, if I like...
Oh my God. We're so terrible, though. We still haven't sent... So we got Hanukkah gifts for my niece and nephew, and we still haven't sent them in the mail because the post office lines here are insane.
Yeah,
I was in line for 30 minutes the other day, and only 2 people got helped in front of me, and there was like a line of 20 people in front of me. And I was like, I just don't have time. There's just so much to do before the holidays.
Much to do. Yeah, all you were trying to do was get some stamps.
I know. I was just trying to get some stamps and send these gifts, and
yeah,
I couldn't.
Right. Terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah, have you seen all the pictures online of like the post office and Amazon, all the sorting places that just have like so much stuff?
I read this post from a postman who said that they usually during the holiday season have like between 50 and 80 packages to deliver, and that, or no, it was like, whatever, it was like the max was like 130. But then he said, today I had 265 gifts in my cart. Like, that is more than double what I've ever delivered before. Like, this year's unprecedented. Please be, like, kind to your mail people. Make sure we can get to your mailbox. All of that. Oh, man. Have we talked before about how our mailman doesn't like us?
I can't
like we might
remember. But, you know what? I'm sorry, mailman, if you're listening to this. But
he hates us because, so in our neighborhood, for some freaking reason, I don't know why,
the mailbags are...
We live in a we live in a house, okay? But our mailboxes are, like, at apartments, and they're, like, concentrated for, like, one block. All the mailboxes are at, like, the central mailbox.
And our mailbox is, like...
It's so freaking
legitimately,
far away.
like, a 5-minute walk from our house.
Yeah, it's so far. And so we get mail, like, maybe once every 2 weeks. Because also, I mean, we're Gen Z.
We don't get mail.
People don't send us mail, okay? The only mail we get is, like, junk mail and mail from the last 3 families that have lived in this house that haven't changed their addresses.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about, like, you know, like, packages. Packages get delivered to our door. So when we order stuff online, that gets delivered to our door. But, like, mail. The only mail we get is, like, bills. But, like, bills of stuff we've already paid.
Right, stuff we have on auto pay that we don't need a paper bill for.
We click paperless, and
they still send us bills.
I've never had an account where I click paperless, and it goes paperless. I get
our Verizon account doesn't send us.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah,
I get what you're saying, because our gas and electric, I think it's just because of the weird company that we have to use.
Yeah.
But so we just get a lot of junk mail and a lot of mail from people who used to live here that haven't changed their address. And so we don't check it very often because, I mean, we never really get anything that's actually for us. But our mailbox gets really full really quickly because we have all this junk mail.
It's also a very small mailbox.
It's very small.
It's not a normal size mailbox.
You have to get it, like, at least every week, I think. But so he like shoved a note through the door.
But saying, not in our mailbox. He came to our actual house and put it in the door, and it just said, "Your mailbox is full again."
Yeah, he's like, "Get off your ass and come get your mail."
And so I went to go get the mail,
mm-hmm.
and of course the mailbox was full.
Mm-hmm.
I took the mail out. I sorted it. We had 4 things that were for us,
mm-hmm.
and 3 of them were paper bills for bills that we had already paid.
Right.
So I'm like, we don't get mail, and I'm not checking the mail because I'm not expecting anything.
Right.
I'm like, you know, it's still our mailbox, and we're still responsible for it. I get that. I 100% do. But people what companies need to stop sending those stupid coupon books.
Stupid coupon things.
For stores we don't even go to.
It's such a waste of paper.
We got some a couple of the pages on one of the coupon things was for HEB.
What? There's not even one of those around here.
Yeah, there's not one in DFW. So I was like,
what? I don't understand.
I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. I mean, I throw it away, but I mean, like,
you're like, can I send this in and get a rebate?
Yeah, I was like, I guess I can use it for price matching. Yeah, insane.
Yeah.
Also, price matching. Have you ever price matched?
I haven't. I'm too awkward to even.
I'm too
try.
awkward to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about price matching. If I see a coupon and it says, "Hey, Best Buy's got this thing for $50,"
why don't you just go to Best Buy?
That's if I'm going to this other electronics store and I'm like, "Oh, yours is 60. Well, I can get it for 50 here." I would have just gone there and got
right.
Because most
what
likely,
if maybe you didn't know, like say like it's Best Buy and like Fry's or whatever. I don't even know if Fry's is still a company. So let's say it's Best Buy and Fry's. So Best Buy advertised it's $50, but Fry's didn't advertise and you couldn't find it on their website. So maybe you went to Fry's to see what their price was, and then you're too lazy. And you don't want to have to go to Best Buy since you're already at Fry's.
Okay, well, here's the thing that if you're too lazy and you're like, Best Buy has it for 50 and you're selling it for 60, price match that. If you're too lazy, Fry's is going to go, no. And you're still going to pay 60 instead of going to the other place because you're too lazy.
No, but Fry's would say, yeah, they don't know you're lazy.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like...
Fry's would say yes.
I bet there's a 50% chance with everybody that walks into whatever store and price matches, if the store went, no, they'd go, okay, and they would still pay for it.
It's just $10. Like, I'm not going to waste my time.
And
my time is worth more than that.
And price match is usually it's usually more. It's usually not even $10. It's usually
like 10 cents or
yeah, it's
like $1 or something.
Yeah, it's always something way lower.
Yeah, like, unless I would say it would have to be $20 for me to actually ask somebody.
But it seems like with price match, they don't do like a lot of things. They don't do it at like, if it's like on sale at the other place, they don't do it they don't do price match. Or like if theirs is on sale, they won't do price match, even if the other one's on sale too for a better price.
Right.
Or whatever. But also some places they say they do. They say they automatically
price match.
But they don't do like Amazon.
I know Micro Center is pretty good at price matching. They will do if it's on sale at other places.
But not if it's on sale at their place. Because when we went for like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they weren't doing price matching because most of their stuff was on sale.
Well, yeah, but their stuff was on sale better than any place else.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
They didn't need it.
Yeah. And I can see why they don't do Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of places don't price match Amazon. Because it's a behemoth.
Well, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, go through the effort of
putting up your own
thing and just like, oh, I want this new RTX 3090 for
$20. Look, it's on Amazon for $20.
Yeah, or just like take a screenshot, do a little Photoshop, be like, there you go.
Yeah, look, man, give me that.
Are they just gonna look at them like, okay, $20?
No freaking way. That's insane.
Yeah, but that'd be cool though.
If you could do that.
Yeah.
What electronics store are you telling me that went out of business because they let employees?
Oh, Circuit City.
Okay, tell me about that.
I don't know if this is like 100% correct, but this is like a huge Circuit City.
It's like a rumor, I guess.
Yeah, Circuit City went out of business because they had a terrible system, and they ended up losing so much money because of it. So basically, if you ever worked anywhere, a lot of places, like if you go to like a normal fast food restaurant and you order something and you go, actually I don't want that. I want this other thing. They can't just hit delete on their screen. So a lot of places, they have to have a manager come over, swipe a card, and they can delete it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We didn't have that at Starbucks.
We didn't have it at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Didn't have it at LaMallen.
I know Cane's does it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like a thing because they don't want you to, I don't know, do whatever it is to like glitch the system and make a way for like a couple bucks or whatever.
Okay, so it's got to be like places that have glitchy systems.
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
Okay.
But Micro Center didn't have that. Like they didn't have enough security. They gave way too much power to
Circuit City.
Circuit City. Did I say Micro Center? Circuit City. I'm talking about Circuit City. They gave way too much power to the employees in their like system. So like any employee like if you were checking out, they could just change the price to whatever they wanted. But then
but it didn't.
When it reported it into their whatever, all it said was like -1 inventory for this item, and that was it.
Right, it didn't say what price it was sold at.
Yeah, but then the money that was paid just went into like another category that was like profits made. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't like track to see what item was sold for what or what. And so it was like employees would work there and they would either buy it themselves of just like going, oh, this new whatever came out, I want this, $1. And this new TV, $1, like that. And like they lost so much money and like it was just terrible.
I just can't believe that that's true, especially at a technology company. Right?
I wouldn't say technology company.
I mean, yeah, they're not developing technology, but like it's like electronics. I feel like they should care about their system or something a little more than that.
Yeah, but I don't. I think it was just like an oversight, and then employees took advantage of it, and then when they finally did find out, they probably fired a bunch of people, and then like no one wanted to work there anymore because it's Circuit City.
Right. I mean, how would they even have tracked, though, if it didn't, like, keep track of any of that? How would they know who did it to fire them?
They probably, what happened, like, I don't know.
How'd you build that PC so fast? You make shit money here.
Yeah, if you're going around bragging about it. No, they were probably just like, man, profits at this store was really, really, really low.
Just close the store.
But they have no inventory. Yeah, I'm sure. I think this was. I think when all this went down, Circuit City was already on its way out, and that was kind of like the final leg. I think. I don't know, but like the whole thing where like employees like marking just like taking something and paying like $1 for it, and like it kind of being like untraceable in a way. I think that's pretty true, if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, I believe that it happened. I just think it's insane.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, there's, like, been, like, so many times where there's, like, whatever, like, system or contest or whatever these companies do, like, these fast food companies do contests, there's just, like, always some loophole.
There's always a loophole.
Yeah. And then, like, they'll, like, eventually, like, shut it down. Like, what was it, like...
Like the McDonald's one, or...
I was thinking early 2000s, late night something, I don't know. But there was like this pudding company where it was like you buy like this amount, you buy pudding and like the lids and they add it up to like flight miles.
Oh, shit.
And this guy did like the math and he was like, "Oh, like it's so much cheaper to buy the pudding, like incredibly cheap, way more cheap to buy the pudding
than to buy flights,
to convert it to flight miles than to buy flights." And so he bought like ungodly amounts of pudding.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And just had like so much like flight miles.
That's amazing.
Freaking flyer miles, yeah. Eventually they stopped and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like, what airline company was it? Was it American Airlines that had they sold a while back, like 40, 50 years ago?
It was like,
I don't know.
It was like unlimited flights.
Yeah, it was
$250,000.
Yeah, it was like $250,000 and you would have free flights for life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was their contract. They can't just like take it away, you know? But they lost so much money on it.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's like if you're a big company, you have a lot of money, you can get a contract voided for the littlest of shit if you have enough resources.
But they didn't have... I don't think they had a valid argument for it because they didn't void it. The guy had to die.
No, one of the last guys to have it, I think they finally voided it because the guy would...
Was he like using it for his family or something?
Yeah, he was doing stuff like that.
He was breaking the rules?
Yeah, he was like slightly, I guess. I mean, like...
Breaking the rules?
I guess you can like qualify it as breaking the rules because like if they're your flight miles, why couldn't you give it to whoever you wanted? You know?
Right.
And so it's kind of like, But that's the thing. It's like if you've got enough resources, you can get stuff canceled or whatever over the littlest of things, and it's just like this one technicality where it's like, oh well, because
oh yeah, it looks like they It looks like they voided it in 2019.
Wow, that recent.
Yeah, because I remember learning about it when it happened.
Wow, I thought that was a while ago. But yeah, even though they voided it, he made so much money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not made money, but he saved so much money off of it.
Right.
Plus, he had $250,000 in disposable income to buy a limitless
flight
ticket.
pass? Like, come on.
So I don't think he was ever worried about having to pay for wherever he was flying.
Right. He ended up suing American Airlines for voiding his membership. That's insane.
I bet he would, yeah. Because I bet American... You know what? Whatever happened with it? Did they, like, settle out of court?
Here, we'll cut. Let me read it for a second.
No, I'll keep talking.
Okay.
But what
so he bought it in 1987.
Oh, wow.
He was a stockbroker.
He had $250,000 disposable income in 87?
In 87. It's worth like $600K now.
Wow.
So he bought a lifetime air pass to fly first class. I forgot that part of it.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing. He was giving away
class.
first class. Dang, first class.
Anywhere in the world on American for the rest of his life. So he'd leave for a business trip, fly back in the same day. For 20 years, he was American's top flyer, accumulating more than 30 million miles.
How much radiation is that?
Oh, because they also acquired... This is another thing. They acquired frequent flyer miles, even if they still had the air pass.
No. That's what it was. That's why they voided it. He was doing his miles that he paid for, but then he was accumulating frequent flyer miles. But then he was using those frequent flyer miles to give random people and family trips and stuff. I think that's how they got, quote unquote, got him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they claimed that he breached their contract, and he ended up suing them for breaking the deal and taking away something, quote-unquote, integral to who he was.
Oh, that's why he was suing them?
Yeah. He said he was one of the few lifetime unlimited air pass holders that American had been monitoring and claimed had breached their contract. They claimed... He made speculative bookings. He said that when he bought the air pass, they told me that there was only one rule. I couldn't give anybody the air pass. And those were the days before they took identification from passengers. So after years of investigation, they found out pretty much that these people with the unlimited passes were costing American way too much money. And so they were trying to get rid of it. And so, it was in 2009. So in 2009, he sued them, claiming $7 million. He stopped the suit, but the speculative or the sketchy bookings that American sued him on.
American sued him?
Well, that's why American stopped his pass.
Yeah.
He stopped his suit, but pretty much the sketchy bookings was there were like 2,000 something times that he had booked a companion on his flight, and like almost all of them, the companion didn't show up, and so they suspected that he was booking a seat so that he would have an empty one next to him.
Wait, so like wait, hold on. So the flight pass he bought, he could also bring a companion for free?
I'm not sure.
Or was he also paying for that? Or maybe he was
buying for them with his miles or something.
Oh, okay. That's all, folks. No, God damn.
That's all, folks.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, because he wasn't... There are other... It says that he was one of few people that had an air pass that American was monitoring. So I think he was doing something sketchy. There are other people that still had their air pass that American didn't take it away from.
Yeah, but I bet those people weren't flying as much as
Probably not.
Yeah, that's insane. Because like 80, how old was he? Because the 87 was 33 years ago.
His second child was born in 87, so he wasn't that old when he bought it.
Early 30s.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, I guess he'd be like 60s to 70s now. Okay. Well, but you know what they did? You know what American Airlines probably did? Because like companies do this, whatever. Mm-hmm. When they're being sued, they usually do one or two things. If they're like, okay, well, this is kind of little, and we could probably set outside for way less than we're going to spend on legal fees.
Right.
So we'll do that. But he seemed to kind of have money. Mm-hmm. At least.
Well, they didn't end up going to court.
Exactly. But they also didn't settle outside of court. He dropped it.
Right.
So they were probably like, well, screw it. We'll pay the legal fees because we don't want to settle outside of court. One, we don't want to give this guy more money. But two,
it looks like they poured a lot of money into investigations.
Yeah. So like they were probably like, it's probably going to be cheaper for us to pour money into our legal fees and investigations, mm-hmm. and eventually, hopefully, he'll drop the suit.
Right.
And it looks like he did. But also,
got to pay for flights now.
If the contract allowed him to use the pass to book a seat and fly on it and gain miles, why can't he use those miles to book a seat and no one fill it?
Right.
He still
bought them.
He's illegally allowed to have those miles.
Right. And he still paid for the seat. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah. But that's probably what they got him on. That's probably the cornerstone of it, is that it was like ambiguous and it's going to be so long and so many lawyers and mm-hmm. whatever to figure it out. That's going to cost way more. It's going to cost way less money to just not do it, not fly as much. He's probably retired at this point. If he was doing that well, then
he traveled that much.
He's probably doing, for 20 years he was their top flyer. So for 20 years I'm assuming that was a lot of it was work.
Right. Because he worked on Wall Street. I'm thinking that's what it meant.
Yeah.
It said he was a stockbroker in New York.
Yeah. So maybe he's retired now.
Yeah.
With some good amount of money. So he's like, whatever, I'm just not going to fly anymore.
Or he was going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can still afford that.
Yeah. I'm sure if he was traveling for work, the company would pay for it. Whoever. Yeah.
Right.
So. But, yeah.
Well, that was an interesting tangent we got off on.
Yeah, I think it was all interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a really good time hanging out today. I don't know.
We can say tonight. We always start these podcasts at like midnight,
just to get in the right headspace for it. I think we get all cozy on the couch.
It's a nice wind down because we always. So I mean, this is our third podcast. Mm-hmm. We always record them on Saturdays because one, we work Monday through Friday. So mm-hmm. Saturdays, what we do is we record a lot of videos
during the day,
and then it's like, okay, let's wind down. We'll just sit down, talk, record the podcast. Yeah, do that, and then we flip around to Sundays and maybe record a little bit more. But
edit thumbnails.
But then we're gonna we edit to try to get stuff out for Monday, Tuesday, and then like weekday evenings we can do a little bit more editing.
Right.
Yeah.
But we really try to record most of the footage on the weekend.
Yeah.
Again, because of the holidays, we're trying to record at least a week and a half in advance.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're a little stressed with getting all that out.
I just, because I don't want to like, okay, we're not.
Because we just started.
So
I don't want to break the schedule like already.
Yeah, especially if it's like, 4 days where we don't upload stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to mm-hmm. try to do our best to get things out.
Right.
And even at this point, we're still figuring out how we're exactly doing things. Because we've played around with like how long our episodes are going to be. We're
trying to get them shorter.
We're trying to get them not too short, but we're trying to get them shorter, somewhere around 15 minutes. Just
Right.
because, one, it takes a while to edit, and like we don't have too much time. Because, I swear I've spent, probably 15 hours in the last week just editing videos.
Yeah.
And 15 hours is quite a bit, when you're getting off work at like 6 p.m. And then you have to, that's 5 days that I'm editing Monday through Friday. I'm spending 3 hours each evening editing. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it
so
does
we're
take
trying
time.
to get them shorter, not only really for editing, but also to keep you all interested. Because I know these like really long videos, it's hard to commit to that. Like, I think it's easier to commit to something that's like 10, 15, 20 minutes even.
Right.
That you can like watch while you're waiting for something else to be done, or I don't know.
Right.
I think it's definitely harder to commit to a long video.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Because I find that all the time. It also depends on like how you're watching, because sometimes like, I'm scrolling through like the internet and I'm not expecting to be watching a video. I'm expecting to be reading articles and, looking at whatever. But then I'll come across this video. I'm like, oh, this sounds like an interesting video. I really want to watch this. And it's like 50 minutes long. I'm like, well, I'm not going to commit 50 minutes.
Right, like I'm scrolling.
Yeah, to watch. I wasn't expecting to watch this. I didn't seek this out. So I'm like, yeah, I'll skip it. But then I'm like, kind of wish I would have watched that video, but also,
right,
50 minutes is quite a while.
We're also debating on starting to upload some of our videos on our Facebook page. Like either the whole video or short versions of the video. I know I see a lot of people like streaming and uploading the same videos that they upload to YouTube onto Facebook. But we really want people to follow us, to subscribe to us on YouTube.
Well, oh yeah, I guess that's a good point about subscriptions. I was thinking about views. I was like, if we post it, because I know like if you post like a YouTube videos like Reddit and you watch it through Reddit, it still counts as a YouTube view on YouTube.
So I post the link in our Facebook posts on Facebook. But if you post a video on Facebook, so you can't post a YouTube video on Facebook. You can post link to a YouTube video.
But
you can post the video.
You can upload the video. Okay,
right,
I see.
To Facebook.
I see what you're saying.
But then it's a view on Facebook. And we have like 70 followers on Facebook, but only like 20 followers on YouTube. Or subscribers. And so I really want the people on Facebook to have to come here to view the content.
No, yeah, I agree. Because I was going to say about the subscribers or something, I could totally see like someone viewing it on Facebook, even if it does count even if it did count as a view on YouTube. What's the point of subscribing? Because I already subscribed to the Facebook page and they're going to get the videos anyway.
Right. I kind of want to do like short videos or something and be like full video over here, but then we have to edit another video.
Yeah, we have to take what we did and edit another video, and it's just more time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like edit it down to highlights or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but overall, we're still experimenting with what we're doing. Still having a great time doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to get more organized.
Yeah, 100%.
And we picked up a new game today because we finished out filming our
did we not talk
Super
about
Mario.
That?
No.
Oh, yeah, today we finished filming our Super Mario 64 series. Should be
done on
the
28th.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, it will be the next Monday that it will be finished.
Right.
We just picked up a new game today. We're going to be playing... Should I? Yeah, I'll tell them. We're going to be playing The Witcher 3 is our next series. Now...
We're going to play at least, I think, about 3 weeks.
We are planning on... What I really want to do is whatever most of the story-based games that we're going to do, I want to eventually finish it in a timely manner. But I also don't want to, Witcher is like 70 hours worth of gameplay just for the main story.
You all have to watch that, and that's the only game we're playing for 7 months straight.
Yeah, I don't want to be uploading, 15, 20-minute videos every single day, and every single day it's Witcher, because then we'll get through like every year 1-2 big games come out that are very well made, but very long stories, and then that's all we're playing, and I think it would be too much. So we're trying to figure out what to do with that to keep the viewers engaged and not keep it too repetitive with just like the same story. Because if you watch and you're like, oh, I don't really, Witcher's not a game for me, I wouldn't play it, and I don't really want to watch it, then our channel is nothing but Witcher for 7 months.
Right. So we're thinking
that's not a good look.
We did about 3 weeks on Mario 64, so we're thinking of doing about the same time on Witcher, and then going to something else, and then coming back to it either right after a couple months, and eventually trying to get through Witcher.
Yeah.
It's a really long game.
Yeah, it is a long game, but it's also different than the Mario series. The Mario series had like different worlds, different like quote unquote levels that we kind of condensed. That would be like, we're gonna play like this world 1 episode, but like with The Witcher, it's a lot more like free flowing. It's more open world where we can be like, okay, this and this. Okay, well, we can even if it's not like we just finished like an entire quest, move on to the next one. We can be like, all right, we're gonna finish this quest in the next episode.
Right.
And then it comes out the next day. And then hopefully, we'll definitely time it right at whenever we do eventually stop after like the 3 weeks, 3 to 5 week period that we're doing this. We'll give it some good closure until the next pickup.
Until the next time,
yeah.
But, just let us know really if you have any requests for other games that you want to be interspersed, because we'll probably be working on Witcher, maybe a couple more Nintendo games for the next few months.
Yeah. Because I really want to. There's some games I really want to play, but I don't want to get too repetitive with like, the Mario games.
There's
the Nintendo
like 10
games.
Mario games, blah blah blah.
I really like those games. I think they're interesting. I think they're really fun. But if you're playing, even if I was just playing them, one Mario game after the other,
I think when we do Link's Awakening, I want to play it because I beat that whole game.
So did I.
Yeah, so did I.
I beat it before you.
So, doesn't mean I don't get to play a game.
You can play some of it. I'm the one who plays.
I want to play Link's Awakening. Okay, I love that game.
Well, then, when you're doing Link's Awakening, I'm doing all the makeup videos.
Okay, deal.
On you.
Shake on it.
I get to do the makeup on you.
Let's shake on it.
No, that's terrible. I'm not doing that. All right. Well.
Okay. Well, I'll play some of Link's Awakening, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let you play.
Okay.
I'll let you play some dungeons.
I don't want to play dungeons.
You don't want to play dungeons?
No, you can play dungeons. I don't want to play dungeons.
You want to run around in open fields and just cut down grass, don't you? All right. Well, I'll let you do that all day.
Yay.
All right. Well, that's what we've got going on in our lives. That's what we've got planned for the channel. That's what we've got going on with glitter and
plastic air passes and how water tastes and the shopping cart theory.
We talked about a lot.
We did.
I was trying to think of it. I was like, I know I brought up glitter because fuck glitter.
Fuck glitter, man.
But then all that other stuff, yeah.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us. Again, we really appreciate it.
Right. We hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We hope you guys have a great holiday season coming up on Christmas and New Year's. Be safe. Keep your family safe.
Make good choices.
Make good choices. All right. We'll see you guys in another episode.
Next time.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.